I got some important information for y'all. There's no better place to win cash while watching sports than PrizePicks. Football season is here and basketball season is here, so there's absolutely no better time to join. It's super easy to use. To create a lineup, all you got to do, select a few player stats, pick more or less. That's literally it. PrizePicks is available in more than 40 states, including California, Texas, my home state, and Georgia. But my favorite thing, PrizePicks is going to give you $50 in lineups when you make your first $5 lineup. What's that mean? Win or lose, you get $50 in lineups for free. Just download the app and use promo code Speakeasy today. $5 gets you $50 in lineups. PrizePicks. It's good to be right.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the Speakeasy. Sophisticated sports talk and sophisticated power outages is what we've had to deal with here today. Look, the entire block is out of power right now. We are running off of a generator and an electric vehicle. I kid you not, that is actually what's happening right now. We came in earlier, we had backup power. Now we have a generator with gasoline, an electric car that goes against the principles of gasoline. It's a very confusing concept, but we're here to bring you guys a show. I'm Care Bear Kieran, the large man standing behind the bar, and I'm joined here with the creator of this show that said, by any means necessary, the people need a show. Emmanuel Acho in the building. How we doing today, man?
Shout out to everybody that stuck with us through the power outage. Shout out to you watching this whenever you watch this. Literally ran to the gas station, filled up the little liter of gas in the little thing, brought it for the generator. We gonna do a show!
Oh, wow. We are going to do a show. We're doing a show here today. I'm excited. Look, also joining us here, drove all the way up from his home in Orange County, California, just to be with us here tonight. It's gonna be a late night. You gotta explain that to your wife. But TJ Hushman-Sada in the building. How we doing today, TJ?
Man, we don't have these problems where I'm at. It's
It's
right and paved road. It's kind of crazy, man. Yeah, we good out there.
It's smooth sailing out there, man. Up here near the hills, man. It's a problem. Also joining us, the man responsible for everything going on in the chat and everything going on social. Social Trey in the building. How we doing today, Trey?
Listen, man, I'm feeling great. It might have been dark in this Speakeasy, but it's light in my eyes, baby. Let's have a great show today.
That's what I'm talking about. It might have been dark, but it didn't stop our shine.
So did.
And speaking of shine, there was none in Miami this past day for Tua Tagovailoa. It's actually all darkness. We need to start off by talking about that situation right now. As it was announced, the Miami Dolphins are benching quarterback Tua Tagovailoa in favor of rookie quarterback Quinn Ewers against the Bengals this weekend. Coach Mike McDaniel said all options were on the table to improve, and he chose the option that leads to a new quarterback. Also, we got to hear from Tua about the benching. I'll let you guys take a listen.
Naturally, I'd say I'm disappointed. I think it's normal human emotion. But, outside of that, I got to do my part. My role here right now is to help whoever the quarterback is going to be for this team, to lead this team, help in whatever way I can. To help the team win this game on Sunday.
That sounds like a man with $200 million on the way in that bank account. Fellas, do you think Tua's career as a starter is over?
It should be. It should be, at least for the imminent future. Tua sounds like a man that's full. Tua sounds like your worst fear when you pay a player. They get that money, and they get complacent. Like, that's the fear when you make somebody a franchise guy. Him laughing with Jalen Ramsey after the game optically didn't look great. Even at presser, I'm disappointed. Like, Tua, the entire Dolphins organization was on your back, and all you got for us was, I'm disappointed. This kind of stuff happens. So, to me, I think this is the end of the starting road for Tua because, number one, he ain't starting again in Miami. That don't make no sense. And then why would you want to be the organization that takes on the injury liability? If you drafted Tua, that's one thing to take on the injury liability, T. But if you didn't draft Tua, why would you want to be the organization that ends up potentially paying him in perpetuity if something drastically does happen and he does deal with injury? So, to me, T, I think he has to be done in the imminent future as a starter.
It's interesting because we spoke about this yesterday, and I felt he should have been benched. But when you look at what Tua has done, Tua was an MVP candidate a couple years ago.
Yep.
Like, top 5 MVP candidate.
Yep.
And so, did he need to be benched? Yes. What surprised me was they went to Quinn Ewers over Zach Wilson, and Zach Wilson had been the backup. So that tells me the Dolphins are trying to lose the rest of these games. They don't want to win. They don't want to win.
I disagree with you vehemently.
They don't want to win. Because if Zach Wilson was good enough to be a backup when Tua was a starter, he should be now the starter. They want to see what they have in Quinn Ewers.
Facts.
What can he do? He's less mobile than Tua is. Your offensive line isn't great. And so he better be deadly accurate, and he better get the ball out of his hands. Because if he couldn't run in Texas. I mean, you got a little money now, a little more, well, a little less than what he's making in Texas. But it's just, the Tua need to be benched, absolutely. But he's going to be, I thought yesterday it was probably the end of the road for him as a starter. There's going to be a team and a coach that's going to look back at the 2023 season and say, I can get that Tua back. I can get him back to what he was. And so I believe we'll see him start again.
The kicker for me it's not the fear of not being able to get Tua back. Is it worth what it will take to try to get Tua back? Number one, Dolphins are still on the hook for $100 million. So if you acquire Tua in the next 2 years, you're on the hook for $50 million. Beyond
54 to be exact, 54. Next season.
Exactly right. Beyond that, it's not worth it to me for him to get hurt. A large part of the reason Tua's bench right now, is if he's hurt, now you got to deal with the whole another litany of guarantees.
Yeah.
And so I just don't know, if I'm an organization that's in need of a quarterback, why would you get a quarterback that's already showed you his ceiling? And I do disagree with you. I think Quinn Ewers' ceiling is higher than that of Zach Wilson's. Zach Wilson has already been ruined by the NFL. Zach Wilson has already been tainted by the NFL. Zach Wilson had already believes himself that he's probably not a good quarterback. Quinn Ewers was a better quarterback than Zach Wilson in college. Quinn Ewers was a better quarterback than Zach Wilson in high school. Why wouldn't Quinn Ewers be a better quarterback than Zach Wilson in the pros?
Wait. He was better in college?
I think
Zach
Zach had more talent.
Yeah.
I think Quinn Ewers was better. I think Zach had more talent.
Quinn Ewers was a phenom coming out of high school.
Absolutely.
He was a phenom coming out of high school, and he was average in college. Zach Wilson was a better player. Quinn Ewers played with a ton of NFL players.
He did.
At the University of Texas.
He did.
Zach Wilson played with none at BYU. None. Sure. And so, because if he was a better player in college, he would have been drafted higher than the 7th round.
I disagree.
No.
Here's why I disagree. And y'all know me. I know Texas. Here's why I disagree. I think that, and we've known this now, what was Texas this year without Quinn Ewers? For as good as Arch Manning was supposed to be, what was he without Quinn Ewers? Furthermore, Texas did go to the college football playoffs not once but twice with Quinn Ewers. Yeah. Back-to-back years.
But they didn't win anything. And Quinn Ewers was considered the best quarterback to come out of high school in so many years, so much so that he left high school early to go to Ohio State and realize.
Here's what I think Quinn Ewers lacks. I think Quinn Ewers lacks dog. But what I think Quinn Ewers has, his arm talent is good enough. He has a much bigger arm than Tua. We can all agree on that. A significantly bigger arm than Tua.
It's not significantly, but it's a better arm than Tua.
Is he more accurate than Tua?
No, but nobody. No. I don't think anybody's more accurate than Tua.
Is he different as a runner than Tua?
Hell no.
Is he more mobile than Tua is?
No.
But
is he more durable than Tua is?
Yes, because for significance of injury. But for significant,
Quinn was hurt every year in college.
The Dolphins have a team that's predicated on speed. How many times did Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle have to wait on the deep ball?
Yeah.
Wait on it. Who got drafted in the first round out of Texas that Quinn Ewers played with? Matthew Golden, the fastest player in the draft this past year. Who is balling at receiver for the Cleveland Browns? Isaiah Bond. Only reason he didn't get drafted was because of some off-the-field issues. So Quinn Ewers is used to throwing the ball to the fast receivers that the Miami Dolphins have. If I'm the Dolphins, I'm extremely excited about what I have in Quinn Ewers. I got a quarterback that has a big arm. I got receivers that got big-time speed. I got a quarterback that can maximize my receiver speed. I think the Dolphins are in the best hands they could be given the situation.
They're playing to lose because I don't see Quinn Ewers as having a big arm. I don't. Like when I watch games at Texas, I don't see him having. He don't have a Zach Wilson arm. That's for certain. I don't
know. You weren't watching the right game.
No. He don't.
When they went to Alabama and beat Alabama, and Quinn Ewers found Isaiah Bond deep on the money,
Isaiah
and that's how that game was won.
If he doesn't get in trouble or the allegations, he may be a second-round pick.
Yes, sir.
Matt Golden was probably a second-round pick until he blazes a 40. Texas just had a ton of talent.
But here's my point. Quinn Ewers is used to receivers with speed.
The
Dolphins have receivers with speed.
He's a good player.
Zach Wilson's not used to that.
Quinn Ewers, was a good player coming into college. If where he came into college and what he did in college, you would say he underachieved mightily.
Oh, mightily.
He goes to Ohio State.
Oh, wait, pause. I can't say that.
Yes.
Because if you go to, come on, let's stop all this. If you go to 2 college football playoffs, if you were one of the 4 best teams in football, and last year we know retroactively they were the 2nd best team in football to Ohio State, it's hard for me to say you mightily underachieved.
But
think about this. All of these top picks, Lagway this year, Lenore Sellers, Cade Klubnik, Drew Aller, they've mightily underachieved. Mightily.
No. The reason,
Quinn Ewers actually achieved.
But Quinn Ewers was considered, if you look at the rankings, he had one of the highest grades any quarterback has ever had coming into college. And so that's why I say...
he was a higher-rated quarterback than Trevor Lawrence.
Right, that's why I say he underachieved, because he came out of high school with a ranking so high, he should have won a national championship.
He's starting in the NFL as a rookie. You know how hard that is to do.
It's going to be...
I'll let Care Bear get away with it. I won't let you get away with it. I can't say you underachieved if you left high school, made it to the NFL, and will start as a rookie. With all due respect, I cannot say you underachieved.
And I hate to do this.
At quarterback.
Not only is he starting as a rookie, but guess what? I hate to do this.
Do it.
He going against a terrible-ass defense, too. So if it's made for him to do well, he playing the Bengals.
Yeah.
He playing the Bengals.
The Bengals who don't care anymore either.
We ain't good on defense.
Can we just reframe our freaking thinking to say that if you get one of 32 positions, there's 1.8 million high school football players. If you leave high school, regardless of where you're ranked, and you start as a rookie and one of 32 positions, that is not underachieving. Can we at least, let's recalibrate our minds.
When you're the number 1 player in the country and one of the highest rated prospects of all time,
and you start
and
as a rookie,
you drop to the 7th round.
That's what we're talking about.
And the only reason why you're starting as a rookie is because the team that drafted you doesn't like the guy that's second in the rotation. They dropped you. You were a 3rd string at the start of the season. You're starting because the starting quarterback plays terrible.
Arch Manning has underachieved. That's who's underachieved.
Arch Manning's story is still being written in college.
Absolutely.
Time out. I'm not going to let you do this, bro. Offensive line. Who was on Quinn Ewers' offensive line from last year?
Dogs.
How many starters? Hold on. I don't want to do this to you.
Dogs.
How many starters from last 2 years' offensive line that Quinn Ewers had are on that Texas team right now? One. It's DJ Campbell. It's one. The rest of them, new guys. Kelvin Banks, was he a top 10 selection at left tackle? He was. Is he having a great rookie year right now?
He's solid.
Yes. Xavier Worthy, did he run 4.2 at the combine, get drafted first round? I'm sorry, Matthew Golden, did he run 4.2 at the combine, get drafted first round? A.D. Mitchell, did he run? Name a single. Hold up, let me finish. Name a single NFL receiver that Quinn Ewers had this season on the team. Not one.
You mean Arch Manning?
I'm sorry, Arch Manning. Yeah, Arch Manning had on the team. Not one. I can't let you do that.
I'm saying this.
I can't let you do that. Quinn had a superstar team.
If we want to talk about underachievement, I just am not going to say that a player that made it to the NFL underachieved. And the same Arch Manning, whose team was good this year, didn't. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not, because I know how hard it is to make it into the league. He
wasn't one.
It's too hard to make it into the league to say that a dude underachieved.
But the majority of the time, when you're the number 1 player at your position, when you go into college, you're not 4th on the depth chart. You 2 or 3 right away, sometimes 1. Right away. Mm-hmm. You getting reps with the ones because of where you come into college. So he didn't really have to battle and earn his keep. It was given to him. Now, once you get it, you got to stay there.
Yeah.
But when you look at receivers, the majority of the time, if you're a top 5 player at your position coming out of high school, a lot of those times, those guys go to the league. Mm-hmm. There's outliers like yourself, myself, where you're not ranked really high coming in and you make it. But for the most part, Julio Jones and A.J. Green, they were 1-2 coming out of high school. Yeah. And they were the first 2 receivers drafted when they went into the league.
Yeah.
That happens a lot. Trevor Lawrence and Justin Fields were 1-2 coming out of high school. And look what happens. And so Quinn Ewers, when you look at how he came into college, he thought it was going to be sweet. When he went to Ohio State, then he seen, there's a boy by the name of C.J. Stroud. I got to go back home. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to go to Texas. I hope he plays well. I really do. But to me, when the Dolphins skip over Zach Wilson, that tells me they're trying to lose.
Speaking of, I mean, we all have opinions of what we think of Quinn Ewers. Mike McDaniel took to the podium and talked about the move and what he wants to see from the quarterback and why he made the move in general. I'll let you guys take a listen.
I think, there's I said it before, but ultimately the team needs, and I'm looking for conviction in quarterback play. And understanding that he is a rookie, I felt that he would play the position most convicted, which is which impacts every player on the field. Realistically, that's what I was looking for.
I want a press conference with conviction.
I love. Well, you know what?
That didn't sound like he had much conviction.
It didn't. I love the word he used there, though. Conviction. You can just say hunger. Conviction and hunger can be synonyms. Like Tua does not look hungry. A rookie, rookie hungry.
Oh, yeah.
Especially a rookie that feels like he got drafted way too late. A rookie that feels like people are saying what TJ and Care Bear said he underachieved. A rookie that feels like there's still a lot of meat left on that bone. In college, he didn't win a national championship. And with all due respect, Quinn Ewers is probably looking around at Tyler Shuck, looking around at Shedeur Sanders, looking around at Cam Ward and saying, hold on, these dudes ain't 6 rounds better than me. Cam Ward, Tyler Shuck, 5 rounds. Like, he's probably looking and saying, hold on, these dudes ain't that much better than me. The difference, if we're being honest, between Quinn Ewers and Shedeur Sanders is it. You know what I mean? Like, arm talent, not really different. The difference is Shedeur has it. Quinn Ewers doesn't have it.
Pocket presence, away, like accuracy.
You're severely downplaying Quinn Ewers' ability. In my mind, I'm not going to go out. You're severely downplaying. I am. You're severely downplaying. I watched him for the
3 years, and it's the same way. You have a problem with quarterbacks running into sacks. That's something that I've seen from Quinn Ewers on film. You have a problem with accuracy. He was one of the worst deep ball throwers in the entirety of college football for 3 years.
All I can say is this. As talented as that Texas team was, he still led them to the playoffs twice. That's just hard to do.
You could have led that team to the playoffs in Big 12.
No, it's hard to do. It's hard to do. So all that being said, I do like his word of conviction.
Yeah.
Because I do think Quinn Ewers is going to be convicted.
When he uses that word conviction, it tells me he feels like Quinn Ewers can be molded into what he needs out of a quarterback. Has been paying attention in these meetings.
Yeah.
He gets it. He's going to play with timing and anticipation because that's going to be the key.
Yeah.
Whereas Zach Wilson, like you said, he may be scarred.
Yeah.
I'm going with Zach Wilson because of the athleticism. But if he can play with that and hit his back foot and get the ball out and understand cover.
But last thing I'll say to TJ's point, it's actually a win-win. If you drop all these games, you end up in much better draft
Top
position,
10.
and you already know what you have out of Quinn Ewers. And if Quinn Ewers ends up balling and you win all these games, it's worth moving out of that draft position because you got your quarterback of the future.
Yes,
and at the end of the day, we all do know this. Quinn Ewers has rare talent. He has rare arm talent.
Yeah.
Does he have the ability, like to Care Bear's point, he wasn't as great as I thought he would be. I'm just sensitive to saying somebody who's starting at quarterback is underachieving. But to Care Bear's point, he wasn't as great as I thought he would be. But that thing that's connected to that right shoulder, that arm of his,
he has a rocket. Yeah.
That joint go crazy.
You know what? For me, though, this is just me. Me personally, I would never, in today's game, I would never draft a non-mobile quarterback ever. Ever.
That to me is the big problem.
I don't give a damn how much he wins in college. I don't care. If you're non-mobile, I'm not drafting
But that system is okay with it.
That's what I was going to say.
McVay, Shanahan, Cohen, Canales system, they're actually okay
You're
with
hoping
Matthew
he's a Matthew Stafford
might
type
be
guy.
the only quarterback, him in golf, where I'm like, it don't matter that they're not mobile.
But who is Quinn Ewers play most like?
I would say golf.
So
because he don't have the arm of Stafford, I would say
feel
golf.
like who does he play exactly right?
Yeah.
Where we at,
My only problem is the inconsistency. That's the thing. Whenever he's on, though,
he's on.
Quinn is amazing. It's incredible.
And I'll say this. He was a punk in the biggest games. I'm going to keep it a buck. Last year versus Oklahoma, first half, he was a punk. Versus Georgia, how you get benched your senior year? He was a punk in the biggest games. Like, I'm going to keep it a bean. Like, I'm not going to lie to y'all. Quinn Ewers, if you was a punk versus Georgia, let's see what you can do in the NFL. But the arm talent is there. We got to move, though. The show started late. We got to move.
We're going to go ahead and talk some Shedeur Sanders. We tried to earlier, and then the power went out. But, we're on that generator now. So let's go ahead and talk about Shedeur. He had media availability, and I'll let you guys take a listen to what he had to say.
Well, I'm just excited that I'm able to get everybody's best. I'm excited about that. it makes me feel proud, that I have that. I'm just getting in the league and my feet settled and everything, so I get excited knowing I'm able to face those challenges, because you gotta understand this year right here, this the worst it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying?
Fellas, are y'all impressed with what you've seen out of Shedeur so far this season?
I am, but T, if I want to address that for a moment, Shedeur Sanders is not getting the Caitlin Clark treatment. He's not getting everybody's best. Caitlin Clark stepped into the W, was getting picked up full court, was getting trapped, was getting blitzed. She was getting everybody's best. Shedeur's just getting blitzed. And he's getting blitzed because his very first time out there against the Baltimore Ravens, when he came in cleanup duty, they blitzed the hell out of him, and he couldn't handle it. He's getting blitzed because what you want to do is speed up a young quarterback's clock. Like, you're not out here getting everybody's best. You're getting everybody's best celebration, but you're not getting everybody's best. Like, defensive coordinators aren't like, oh, hell yeah, I got to play harder because it's Shedeur. That's what Caitlin Clark got. So what I want to do first and foremost is, like, let me clarify. Shedeur's not getting everybody's best shot. You getting DBs licking their chops because when you play against a rookie, you're like, oh, I got 1 to 2 picks today. But you're like, let's set the record straight. Teams aren't out here like playing harder because they're going up against Shedeur Sanders. Am I impressed with him? I think he's doing what rookies do. I think he's more impressive than Cam Ward has been. He's not as impressive as Tyler Shuck has been. He's not as impressive as Jackson Dart has been. So to me, like, he's falling right in line with the rooks. Where you at, T?
I'll say this. You're getting everybody's best in the league.
Yeah.
You play 1 game a week.
Yep.
Whereas you play basketball, you're playing multiple games a week. So in the NFL, you're going to get everybody's best every single game out. But to me, when teams blitz him, I don't look at it as we going to see if Shedeur can handle the blitz. We blitzing him because we know he don't have guys on the outside that can win and make us pay. That's why they blitzing him. If he had guys on the outside that can win and make him pay, they wouldn't blitz. If Jeudy is constantly winning, when they blitzing, they not going to blitz.
Yeah.
If one of those receivers starts making big plays, the blitz will be stopped. We can't blitz him no more.
Let's speak on that because Jeudy said something that there was an interception that Shedeur threw, and it was that Jeudy cost Shedeur. And I think that Jeudy is actually costing Shedeur a lot. I want y'all to hear Jeudy speaking to that interception. Rome, we have it? Yeah. Let it ride.
That pass to you, that was intercepted. What could you have done differently to secure that ball better?
What can I have done? I probably, from looking at it, I probably would have said like slow played it a little bit instead of like trying to jump into it. Probably like slow play it, I guess, lay hands it. That's the one thing I really think of.
I would go as far as to say, T, that Jeudy is hurting Shedeur Sanders. It's not Tuesday, Trey.
It's not Tuesday.
It's not Tuesday,
No,
Care
it's
Bear.
not Tuesday.
It's not.
T, it's not Tuesday.
It is not.
But Trey, what is it?
It is Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
It is
And on
Wednesday.
Wednesdays, we do watch them.
We do watch them.
Yeah.
Can it?
We watch
Today
them on
is
Wednesdays.
Watch 'em Wednesdays!
featuring TJ Husmanzada.
Okay, I want to show y'all the Jeudy interception. Privileged to have a 12-year NFL vet next to me, a Pro Bowler, because I want to show y'all that not all interceptions are created equal. Shedeur Sanders is getting credited for interceptions when really it's Jeudy's fault a lot of the time. T, let's talk about this play. Let me show y'all this play exclusively in a speakeasy. Then let's talk about it. Rome, whenever you're ready. Let's get to another play. This is the second interception that Shedeur Sanders throws. He throws it where Jeudy should have catched it. A very good pass. A catchable pass. Jeudy, bottom of the screen. But Jeudy hits you right there in the 3. You got to catch that. I'm going to zoom in so y'all can see it. Jeudy, I need you to catch this ball. Phenomenal play by that defensive back. Right now, that defensive back is walking away with it. But take another look at it. No issues with Shedeur on this play. And if you listen to, I'm going to move Shedeur back in the screen. If you listen to Des Bryant, he gave commentary on this play. He said, Jeudy,
Number one, the Chicago Bears defensive back, he can't see you. So the moment you jump, you're telegraphing the fact that the ball's coming. Just be cool at the point of attack. Just throw your hands at the last second. I need Jeudy to make this catch. Worst case, it should be an incompletion. But under no circumstance should it be an interception. Unfortunately,
we're good. 12 years NFL wide receiver experience. First, answer me this. Has Jerry Jeudy let Shedeur Sanders down?
He's let him down at times, and also he's picked him up at times. Me personally, I'm going to break down the play.
Please.
Number one, Jalen Johnson is playing way outside. But when I tell you that's clinic tape release at the line, like Jerry, and this is why myself and I'm sure others expect so much out of Jerry Jeudy. There's very few guys that would have tried to do the release that he did and get back, and he wins. Like that's a great release. It's not a good release. That's a great release considering because Jalen Johnson is one of the best DBs in the league. Now, Des Bryant said he should have. Des Bryant has great body control, great hand-eye coordination, and so something that comes natural to him, it don't come natural to Jerry Jeudy. Like, what's something you could have done to help Shedeur? You know what he should have said? Catch the ball. Just catch the ball. Like late hands, catch the ball. We all gonna drop balls. That's a great play by Jalen Johnson, but you gotta catch the ball, Jerry Jeudy. Very simple. You have to catch the ball. Like late hands, early hands, don't jump, catch the ball. I don't care what you catch the ball. Because the release is great. The release is great.
Yeah, I got video of the release right here if we could take it real quick. But yeah, essentially,
like guys ain't doing that. That's a great release. The dude is a yard outside.
And he has it and just loses it.
People have tried to say that was a perfect ball. I don't agree. However, I'm not going to be so critical because it was a catchable ball.
It was a good throw.
Yeah. Should the ball been over the right shoulder?
Jerry Jeudy had to go. He worked him inside to get back outside. So he lost a lot of ground getting back outside. But if he stays inside and tries to get back over the top, the safety's going to get there. I thought Jerry Jeudy did all he could. Did he lose a lot of ground on the release? Yes, he did. I mean, because rewind that real quick.
Yeah, I'll go back here.
He starts, it looks like outside edge of the numbers. Yep. And now he's about probably a yard from the sideline. But it's because of the way, that's a great release.
So now just catch the ball.
You just got to catch the ball.
You're fine with the throw. Throw's perfect.
You may want it a foot more up the field.
Because then it can't get picked.
A foot more because when you realize the ball is going to be a tad bit short, I'm not fading. That's what Jerry Jeudy keeps fading towards the ball. You got to stay in contact with the DB and fade late. He fades early, so when you fade early, now the DB can really get into your body. That's the thing. You got to fade late on that.
If you're the Cleveland Browns, what's more important? Getting a wide receiver in the first round or getting a quarterback? Do you need Carnell Tate? Do you need another big-time wide receiver and you trust Shedeur? Do you trust Jerry Jeudy because he is freak talented? And then do you go get Mendoza? Like what is more important?
If I trust, I don't know how they feel about Shedeur. But if I trust Shedeur, of course you have to get playmakers.
Wait, I'm asking TJ Houshmandzadeh.
I'm taking a receiver because I feel like Shedeur has shown me that if we give him playmakers, he can win. Their offensive line, they've been hurt. He should have better protection when those guys come back. They should be able to run the ball better. We know what their defense is going to do.
Yeah.
With Isaiah Bond, you got Harold Fanning, you got Njoku, you got Junkins. If you put Jerry Jeudy in the slot and you let Bond and you say Carnell Tate on outside, that's a good receiving core if Carnell Tate is what many thinks he's going to be.
Yeah, and I think he's nice.
Super smooth.
Again, real quick, we had to start the show hella late today. Power out in the whole neighborhood. We got a generator running the show. Appreciate y'all hanging with us so late. Y'all could be doing anything, watching anything. You're hanging out with us. Again, we don't take it for granted. We got the best Speakeasy TV fam in all the land. Care Bear, where we at, G?
Well, moving forward, we got to talk about some Philadelphia Eagles. Jalen Hurts, after successfully going through his slump buster, beating the dog crap out of the Raiders. He is now, back to being the Super Bowl MVP again. Apparently, Landon Dickerson talked to the media and had some choice words for his doubters.
What way Jalen Hurts, rough ride this week, obviously for him. How good was it to see him perform like he did today?
What do you mean a rough ride?
Yeah, a rough game last week. People.
Oh, y'all just dog him, but yeah, good game for him.
Fans.
Fellas, is Jalen Hurts taking too much blame?
No. Jalen Hurts isn't taking too much blame because I believe Jalen Hurts gets too much credit. And so if he gets too much credit when everything goes right, I can't sit here and say you get too much blame when things go wrong. Remember, Jalen Hurts was a runner-up for MVP and an all-pro. Has Jalen Hurts ever had all-pro talent? Jalen Hurts has never thrown for over 25 touchdown passes in a season. But he gets too much credit because when they got to the 1-yard line, they were tush-pushing behind future Hall of Fame centers. He gets too much credit. And so if Jalen Hurts is going to be allotted too much credit, he should be allotted too much blame. That's how it goes when you play quarterback. So I'm not going to sit here and try to suggest that, oh, he's getting blamed too much, T, because in the same breath, he be getting too much credit. And all things are equal. You know what I'm saying? Like, is Jalen Hurts the driving factor behind this Philadelphia Eagles team? Absolutely not. But is he helping the Eagles team win? Absolutely. So to whom much is given, much is required. Much praise is given, much blame will be required. I think a large portion of the issues this year have been Kevin Patullo. I think Lane Johnson being hurt. I think Mekhi Becton being gone. I think Landon Dickerson being hurt. I think Cam Jurgens being hurt. I think that's a large part of the issue. But Jalen, you ain't been special either. So T, I won't say he's taking too much blame. I think he's taking a proportionate amount of blame to his praise.
I'm going to say he's getting too much blame. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. When the Eagles win, what do everybody say? And I'm guilty of it. Super team. They have the best team. They're supposed to win.
Yeah.
It's everybody else. It's never Jalen Hurts. He doesn't get the credit when they win, really. The team is great. They have they're strong at every position. I've said this.
Yeah.
And so, but when they lose, are we saying the rest of the team sucks? No. We just said they were all good. So all the blame now when they lose goes on Jalen Hurts.
That's well said.
What about the rest of the team that was just so damn good? Jalen Hurts has proven when y'all need me, I'm showing up in the biggest moments. There's one guy in this that hasn't proven that. And that's the guy that's calling the plays. And I hate to do this to the guy. And I don't know him. He may be a great coach, but they don't mesh. It's Kevin Patullo. And so if I got to blame somebody, it has to be him because Jalen Hurts is proven. We all talk about how great the Eagles are at every position. So now, when they don't win, it ain't those players. It's just him. You can't have it both ways.
I get where you're coming from, but I also disagree because I think that's just been the narrative the past 2 weeks. It literally took a 5-turnover performance, a turn the ball over twice in the same play type performance from Jalen Hurts for people to finally be like, hey, maybe it's not all Kevin Patullo. I agree. Kevin Patullo is the huge problem, if not the biggest problem that they have right now. There's no if, ands, or buts or way around it. Kevin Patullo is a problem, and their offensive line injuries have been a huge problem as well. But Jalen Hurts has been a part of that problem. And I do like Acho's take that we give him way too much praise. When the Eagles go out there and win, it's Jalen Hurts is potentially a top 5 quarterback because he wins and all of these, and he has an insane team around him. But whenever they lose, it's, oh, well, Patullo wasn't it. It was the offensive line, isn't it? Oh, Saquon's not it. You have the best roster.
When they lose, they blaming 2 people: Patullo and Jalen Hurts. Nobody else.
I've heard that this year. I mean, I get where you're coming from, but I've heard a lot of not blaming Jalen Hurts, especially from the Eagles fan base who we have here at the Speakeasy. I might be a little biased.
I don't think. Here's the other thing for me. The real thing for me is we've just given him so much credit for 4 years now. Last year, Saquon was a dog. That O-line was a dog.
Yeah.
Josh Sweat in the Super Bowl went nuts. Jalen Hurts walks away with MVP. Jalen Hurts has 23 passing touchdowns, 15 rushing touchdowns, almost breaks Shady's single-season rushing touchdown record off some tush pushes. You know what I mean? Like off some tush pushes. Had 38 touchdowns, almost an MVP off some tush pushes.
But if it was that easy, everybody would be doing it.
True. But now that we can't tush push, now what's going on? Now you look at Jalen Hurts' numbers and you're like, ugh, he been starting all year long? Ugh, that's disgusting. So to me, T, I'll never suggest a quarterback gets too much blame because quarterbacks just get so much
credit.
If any quarterback in the league went out there and turned the ball over twice in the same play and threw 4 picks and was the sole reason why his team lost, we'd be saying, damn, he ass.
I can't even argue with you about that game, but there's going to be certain times where you just don't have it.
Yeah.
He just didn't play a good game. And you do it in basketball, it's fine because I got another game tomorrow or I have another day the following day.
Yep.
Football is one game a week, and so your performances, we kind of just gloss over them, and when we look at them, so like a fine-tooth comb, we examine everything. It's one game a week, and so you want to be at your. That was just a bad game for him.
Well, I'll say this though, it's not just been that game this season. The second half against the Buccaneers, guess how many passes he completed? As many as I did in that game. I'm sorry. You had that game. You have a 21-point lead against the Cowboys. You can't put another point on the board. There's been multiple times of the season, whether it's wins or losses, where he hasn't played up to the standard. And I do think a lot of that has to do with Kevin Petula. I'm not here to say it's all Jalen Hurts because it's not. We've seen Jalen Hurts on the biggest stage ball. We've seen him do it in the Super Bowl. I'm just saying this year, it seems like he's regressed. And I think it's fair to criticize him for that regression. Now, will I take it as far as some guys at Philly sports media when they were talking about potentially benching him?
No,
you're out of
not.
your mind.
Yeah.
You're out of your mind. But I do think he deserves a big portion of the blame.
Is it fair to say this at least, T? This year, Jalen Hurts hasn't been special. At all. Even when the stats are special. Raiders game. That play is designed. That's why Nick Sirianni says, you better thank that great play design. The play is designed. The Dallas Goedert shovel pass. That play's designed. The touchdown pass that Dallas Goedert dropped. That play's designed. I don't know. That out route on 3rd and 6 was special. But, I don't know that Jalen Hurts has been special all season.
No, he hasn't been special. But let's be honest. Who on that team has been special?
Offensively, just Smitty. Smitty's the only one.
I'm going to say nobody. Nobody.
What about Smitty, bro?
Smitty has been good. But not special, because if he was being special, Jalen Hurts plays a big part in that.
That offensive line pass protection.
And so,
that's about it.
I just look at it when Jalen Hurts has had special coaches, he's done special things. When he's had a special coach, he's done special things. And Jalen Hurts is accountable. That's one thing I do. He accountable. He going to take all the blame. I can handle it. Give it to me. But Kellen Moore, special coach. Look what he did. They didn't win the Super Bowl with Shane Steichen. He's a special coach. Look what he did. Now, when you start giving me these other OCs that aren't special coaches, and Jalen Hurts may just be that guy, I need things to be right for me to be what I can be. I need everything to be not perfect, but damn near for me to reach my full potential. And he don't have the coaches to get him to that level.
Have we ever seen, I mean this seriously, have we ever seen a quarterback like Jalen Hurts in this situation?
Have we ever seen, though, they raid the Eagles coaching staff? It seems like every year. We haven't. But it's new OC every single year. Every year he has a new OC. And so when's the last time we seen this?
I would only say the Niners, we see their staff get rated like that. The difference is Shanahan calls the plays.
So it don't matter.
When he loses Mike McDaniel, it's irrelevant.
McVay also.
Exactly right. But when they lose him, it's irrelevant. But we did see when they lost their defensive coordinators, Kyle Shanahan, when he lost D'Amico Ryans, when he lost Robert Saleh, everything went to hell.
I can give you an example that's not. Look at the Tampa Bay Bucks. They lose Dave Canales. Liam Cohen comes in. Bam, they keep it rolling. Liam Cohen gone. Look at him now. Look at him on offense. Baker threw for under 20 yards this past Sunday. And so you need to be in sync with your play caller to where play calling is an art. You think it's just about, I'm trying to set you up. I'm trying to show you something, and you think it's this, but it really isn't.
Yeah. No, I mean, let me ask you this. My last thought on Jalen. Is Jalen still the Eagles quarterback in 5 years?
Ooh, 5 years. What year is this for Jalen? He came out in
what?
6.
He came out in 2020.
2020?
Are we going to do this with Jalen Hurts every year?
I say no. I say no.
How long was Troy Aikman with the Cowboys?
12?
I was going to say 10.
12,
was it 12?
I think. 11 or 12. I know it was for sure 11 or 12.
I think he's this era's Troy Aikman. I really do. I think he's probably going to be a Hall of Famer at the end of it if he stays and wins more championships. The team around him is insane, but in reality, was he actually
saying
one of the
Troy
better?
Aikman wasn't really that good? It was everybody else.
Hell no. Don't nobody think Troy Aikman was that good.
Yeah, that's essentially what it is.
Right.
Damn.
No.
Troy, I mean, let's be honest. This
I
is
lived through
probably
Troy.
well. Let's talk about it though. This Eagles team is probably the most talented roster, top to bottom, most dominant that you've seen since the mid '90s Cowboys.
It's a good point.
On offense and defense, you have the best pass blocking unit in the entire league. Even though they have a bad year, right? Like
where only place Jalen makes a difference, I have to give him his credit. You have to.
Them legs.
The legs, and the fact of the matter is, the Niners had the same roster, if not better, and Jimmy G couldn't do it. That's where I'm like,
fair.
You know what? I got to tip my hat.
But that's where
the Niners had the same
where you
roster,
say
bro.
Jalen Hurts' legs sets him apart.
And his it factor. Like at the end
He's
of the
a
day,
winner. He's won
a winner.
He won at Bama. He won at Oklahoma. He's a winner.
He's a winner. He's a winner. He told us to trade us up these chats, bro.
Listen, we got quite a few super chats dating back to the first live when we were, in the dark. Jake Seibel sent a $50 super chat. Didn't say anything. Just wanted to show some love.
Appreciate you, bro.
Shout out to Jake for that. Nurse Chaco said, "Here, damn, y'all. Pass the plate trade for the building fund. Now we can't see anything. Even Light Bright Bear." Lee sent us 13.
We're on that BJ Edgecombe right now, ladies and gentlemen. We are. I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah,
it's
facts. Lee sent 13 candles. Shout out to that. Joel Off Rice 90 sent $20 for the light bill.
Hey, shout out to the light bill.
Yeah, facts. Nurse Taco sent another $20 super chat and said, "TJ, you tripping. People like to handle Jalen with kid gloves. Doug Williams got rotten watermelons in the mail. Donovan got booed on draft day. Jalen deserves what he gets, and I'm an Eagles fan."
He can't be then, huh?
Y'all, I'm not gonna lie, they egged their offensive coordinator's house this year.
That is a good point.
Man, they Philly, they just cruel out there, man. Them people, them fans are cruel. You can't be doing. Have some compassion. And what if that was you? Like, have some compassion, man.
Yeah, that is crazy. Our boy Josiah said, "This is for the light bill fund. Sorry, Trey, we're going to have to hold out on the new desk. It's hard times right now." Shout out to Josiah. He's always trolling in the chat. Kim Rose said, "Hello, I'm just here to donate to the Power Generator Fund."
Honestly, that generator was $653.98. So thank you.
Thank you. Yeah,
we had the receipt ready.
We'll take what we can get that Care Bear week. And then last one I got Green Dream 7322. It's been a while, Green Dream. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Said, "Bruh, Jalen deserves blame, yes, but anybody who blames him is crazy. Play calling has been doo-doo.
Yeah.
Like, bruh, we lead the league in hitch routes. What the F do you want us to do with that?"
Wait. He deserves blame, but don't blame him.
He's basically saying he don't deserve all the blame, just a little bit.
No. Listen. He said what he said. We're not going to rewrite his super chat for him.
You're right.
What we're going to do is know that he's an Eagles fan.
Yep.
And irrationality is a common concept for him. So
fair.
he said what he said.
That's fair.
Jalen deserves blame, yes, but anybody who blames him is crazy. That's what he said.
We're not going to start rewriting super chats.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that. He said what he said.
Look, moving forward, we got to get off the Eagles, finally. Goodness gracious. Anyway, let's talk about the Bengals, man. TJ, your team, back in the news because Joe Burrow, it's a question on whether he really wants to be there or not. He had a media availability today. Reporter asked him, "Is there any world where you're not the Bengals quarterback?" And then let's take a listen to his response.
Your mind where you're not the quarterback of the Bengals next year.
I can't see that, no.
Have you ever thought about the possibility of not being the quarterback here during your career, or?
You think about a lot of things.
I told y'all the other day. I told y'all that's the frustration of like, bruh, I'm a winner. I can't keep losing like this. You only can take so much. When he said that, when was that? Was that Monday?
Yeah.
Whenever he said what he said the first time.
Yeah, where he sounded depressed. Yeah.
He was talking to the Bengals. Indirectly. Man, y'all better do something about this. Don't give me this, you wanted all these players on offense. Don't you know I follow the NFL? I see what the Eagles are doing. I see what the Detroit Lions are doing. I see teams that say they really want to win, what they do. Mm-hmm. I see that. They got players making big money everywhere. Get it done or else. And that's what I felt like when he was saying. And when you say that, well, he's leaving that doubt like, we don't turn this around.
Yeah.
Then I got to go somewhere else because I felt like I could turn this thing around. And we were this close to doing it. And now we can't even get back to the playoffs.
Yeah.
And when you get to the Super Bowl that young, you think, we good. We getting right back next year. You can't even get to the playoffs. And so now, the Bengals, they got to be on high alert. You got to be on high alert, but it's not for a lack of trying. Miles Murphy, first-round pick, DN Clemson, hasn't done much. We drafted Stewart this year out of A&M, first-round pick, hasn't done much. We drafted Jenkins out of Michigan, second-round pick, hasn't done. So they putting all the stock on defense with the guys we draft. Either they drafting the wrong guys or they just not getting developed. It's one or the other.
Say the truth, T. Joe Burrow, he doesn't want to be a Cincinnati Bengal. Say the truth.
No, I will say this. If the defense can just be a middle-of-the-pack defense, he's fine. Because with a middle-of-the-pack defense, we going to the Super Bowl.
Here's the problem, though, T. You can't be Joe Burrow's looking around at his draft class. Chargers, top 2 defense last year. Eagles, top 5 defense last year. Packers, top 10 defense last year. He's looking at Love. He's looking at Hurts. He's looking at Herbert and saying to himself, if you give me that defense, do you know what I would give y'all?
Acho, you know what's so crazy, man? When you said the Chargers, were they not Magic City parking lot before Harbaugh got there on defense?
Absolutely.
They were god-awful. Minter is a teacher.
Yeah.
Jesse Minter is a teacher.
Yeah.
He turned that defense around. Wham! That's a coach. That's what we got to get. Like, the Chargers defense couldn't stop a nosebleed under Brandon Staley. And then voila. Same player, maybe lesser players.
Yeah, probably lesser.
Bosa in there.
Yeah.
And they're that good, that fast. That's what you call a teacher that can really get you to, like, it's just unreal.
Yeah.
That's what we need.
Yeah. I put it like this, though. We got to start hearing what Joe Burrow said, bro. Any quarterback that wants to be there would just say, I'm a Cincinnati Bengal.
But
next question. I want to be a Cincinnati Bengal. Next question. Not, you never know where life's going to take you.
This year 6.
Yeah.
And when you start getting to this point in your career, coming out, what was everybody saying? Joe Burrow should tell the Bengals, don't draft me. I don't want to be here. The Carson Palmer thing, he was training with Jordan Palmer, who was Carson's brother. And, you know, they had conversations because I was there. And Joe was like, nah, I'm going to go there and I'm going to turn it around. And it looked like he was. And now here we are with 6 years ago. Everybody was saying this is what it's going to be.
Care Bear, what they say? Don't save her.
She don't want to be saved. Don't save her. Yeah.
The Bengals don't want to be saved. Like, Joe Burrow's in a toxic relationship with the Cincinnati Bengals.
You know what? I can't do
Hold
that,
on,
though.
Hold on, T. The Cincinnati Bengals are that one chick who's been through the mud, been through the emotional damage, maybe the physical damage, maybe all the damage, and you looking at her and you're like, you know what? I can fix her. I can fix her. I can save her. She just need a good man. She just needs somebody to treat her right. She just needs somebody to love on her. She just needs somebody to bring her flowers. She just needs somebody to take her out. And then you realize, wait a second, as much as I can love on these Cincinnati Bengals, they are who they are.
So you said
they're cheap.
They full of trauma.
They're full of trauma and they unfixable. The Bengals are not salvageable. Joe Burrow got them as far as he could get them to the Super Bowl. And 4 years later, Joe Burrow has realized, you know what? I put my heart and soul into these Bengals, and I can't save them. The Bengals are somebody that is full of trauma, and you want to save them because you think you can, but the fact of the matter is they can pull you down more than you can pull them up, and that's always going to be the case.
Acho, they have, I'm going to say, the 2026 maybe 2027. If we not back in the playoffs in 2026 and 2027, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Going into year 9, it's a wrap. He gonna say he won't out. And you gave him 9 years. You can't blame him for that. I gave you 9 years of my career. Can y'all now look after me? Because I looked after y'all for 9. I tried my best.
Yeah.
Can I be honest?
Please.
Last year, Joe Burrow goes out there. He gets sacked 48 times, ranks amongst the top in the NFL. And while getting sacked 48 times, like he did in 2021 when he got sacked 51 times, he lights up defenses week in and week out. 70% completion percentage, 43 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, almost passes for 5,000 yards. They have an electric offense. Crazy. That defense couldn't stop a nosebleed. He comes back this season. their defense was worse. As a franchise quarterback, that is a slap in the face. And I understand people are going to make it about, oh, well, he missed some time this year. That's on him. Like you want to be a playoff contender, you got to be there every game. And I hear that. But also at the same time, the Bengals with Joe Burrow aren't a Super Bowl contender this year because of that defense. That defense is that bad. I watched Joe Flacco go out there and pass for 470 yards in a game. And a loss. Like that defense is just that bad. Yeah, 40-plus points. And they're that bad. That team is walking dysfunction. I completely agree with you. To use this term, I'm not talking to Lane Kiffin, but you can't turn a hoe into a housewife, man. I'm sorry. The Bengals are in that type of situation right now. It's tough for them.
He's not wrong on that. And the last thing I'm going to say, and T, I actually want your thoughts on it, is like, if you're Joe Burrow, is it worth it to leave? We'll talk about Kevin Durant later, but have you hit that KD, LeBron James point in your career where it's like...
if he gives them the 9 years like I think will happen the next 2 years, it comes to a point where it's like, I got to leave. I got to leave for me. I got to leave for my career. I got to leave for what I'm trying to accomplish. I did all I could do. And I thought you guys were committed just as much as I am. 9 years in, I see that that's not the case. Mm-hmm. And from when I was with the Bengals to now, night and day different. Night and day different. And so the problem is, it's a 4x4. Mm-hmm. Everybody else is on the anchor leg. The Bengals are still on the third leg, just catching up to everybody how they do things. Yeah. But they've made so much progress. Like, we didn't have water or Gatorade in the locker room when I got there. We didn't have that. And I got, like, it ain't like I got there in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't have that. Even then. And so it was like.
It was almost the 90s, though.
Dog, I don't know about, we didn't stay in hotels for home games when I was a rookie.
Stayed at the crib?
We stayed at home.
Wow.
Like, I was bailing dudes out of jail Saturday night. Swear to God, true story. And we had a game on Sunday. Like, and so it's just like they've come such a long way, but still have so far to go. But Joe Burrow wants to win. And I'm assuming 2026, 2027. After that, I've given y'all, this is his 6th year. That'd be 8 years of my career. 8 years. I hope it don't come to it because, like, the Bengals are my team. I root for the Bengals. I mean, I root for like 2 teams. Now, it's really weird. I root for the Bengals and I root for the Chargers.
Yep.
And I root for the Rams also because my coach is there. But, man, like, when the Bengals don't win, that shit pissed me off, bro.
I feel it.
You're also forgetting Joe's older. Joe came into the league older. He's 29. He's going to turn 30 during next season.
Oh, man, he going to roll into this. The way they protect quarterbacks, 36, 37, no problems.
With his injury history?
If he can avoid that.
Yeah.
He can't have
with
no
his injury history, I don't know. I think that's also why it's starting to clock more bruh, I'm almost 30. I'm getting hurt every year. I don't have an offensive line that can protect me, and I'm not playing on a contender.
His representation is not – they not going to go for that. And that's the thing, though, when you're dealing with the Bengals. They don't bend. They really don't fold. Mm-hmm. But you would think if a guy gives you 8 years and he tried his best, when many said, don't go there when you get drafted. Oh, no, I'm going here. I'm going to turn it. You would think they would give him that respect and say, okay, you really want to go? We got you.
Yeah. Yeah. Where we at?
Look, we got to get to some NBA talk before we get up out of here. Kevin Durant sat down in an interview. It was an Unguarded Boardroom podcast. I believe that's what it is. Unguarded podcast. Yeah, everybody got a podcast now. I mean,
we got a show here.
We got a. Oh,
we do.
There we go. We have a show.
We
got a show, not a podcast.
No, we live.
This is a show.
Kevin Durant sat down with some guys and essentially said that he views himself as in that upper echelon of basketball talents all time. I'll let you guys take a listen.
I mean, the top, like
numero uno.
I just look at it like I can't relate to Michael Jordan's, the Kobe's, LeBron's. Well, I mean, I could talk deeply about the game of basketball with all of them.
You at that table?
Larry Bird, I'm at that table
for sure.
Like, I'm not saying I'm better or they're better.
Why not?
Because it don't really matter.
Fellas, do y'all think KD is in the same tier as a LeBron or Jordan?
No. The reason he's not saying he's better or they're better is because they're better. That's why he's not saying it. you can't call yourself better than somebody who you know, objectively speaking, is better than you. Now, is Kevin Durant more talented physically than maybe any basketball player in the history of the game? You could suggest outside LeBron James? Sure. Absolutely. I will never deny that. Ever deny that. But if what you see is all you see, then you don't see all there is to be seen. Because to me in sports, in basketball, it's not just how good are you. It's how good do you make those around you. I have said it before, and I will say it again. Basketball players are not the best version of themselves with Kevin Durant. Westbrook was an MVP without Kevin Durant. Harden was an MVP without Kevin Durant. As opposed to when you look at other players, LeBron James turned Kai into a champion. Steph Curry, he was a champion without Kevin Durant. He was an MVP without Kevin Durant. You are not the best version of yourself basketball-wise when you play with Kevin Durant. Is he exclusively physically talented as anybody that's ever played the game again to me outside of maybe a 6'9", 260-pound LeBron James? Sure. But there's so much more to sports than physical talent. That's why, no, I don't think KD considered it at a table with Bird, who got himself 3 chips. I don't think he considered a table with LeBron, who went to 10 straight. I don't think he considered a table with Jordan that's got 6 for 6 no-game 7s. I don't think he considered a table with Steph, the one before him, one with him, one after him. I don't think he considered those tables. Talent alone, sit at whatever table you want. But sports is way more than talent to me. It's way more than physical gifts to me.
I agree with KD. He can sit at all them tables.
Absolutely.
100%. And I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. What player can you name that you can remember that's been the best player on every team he's always been on from start to finish? None. Kevin Durant. He's the only one. He was the best player when he got drafted on that team.
Yes.
And he's been the best player on every single team he's ever been on.
So we don't want to say LeBron James?
Is
LeBron
the
better
best
than
player
Luka right now?
We're counting the 22nd year.
He's playing.
Can we use,
KD in his
can we
18
use some ration?
No,
Can we use some
no.
ration?
Okay.
Can we use some realistic
In year
logic
21,
here?
Luka was the best player last year.
LeBron was in year 21 last year and
Well,
22 now. Let's use some
Jordan
ration.
did that one
All
too.
I'm saying is Kevin Durant, from his rookie year to now, has been the best player on every single team he's ever been on. When you can say that, you are the best. You can sit at any table.
I disagree with that.
Hold on, who are the two other guys you would say?
First and foremost,
You would
and I
say-
promise you I will die on this hill. I will die today, right here and now on this hill. Steph Curry was the better player on that Golden State
No way! No
Electric
way!
chair.
Lord,
Strike
do
him down
what
right
you
now.
want to do, Lord, but
No
you're not,
way.
because I ain't lying.
No way,
Because I ain't
brother.
lying.
No
If-
way.
If you just want to talk about talent exclusively, sure. But y'all go look at the numbers, look at the data. The record that the Warriors had when Steph played and KD didn't was better than the record that the Warriors
When they
had
played in the
when
finals,
KD played.
KD got
and Steph-
MVP.
You don't even
But
gotta.
what
You don't even
is-
gotta look
what
that
he-
far.
But here's my thing.
What was the
What do
record
y'all-
against the Toronto Raptors when KD was out and Steph
What-
and Clay
and-
were both
and-
playing?
and Klay Thompson
They were
was
down
out.
No,
3-1.
why they couldn't bring that home?
I don't want to hear that.
Because here's the
Clay
other
got hurt
thing.
in the finals. They were down 3-1.
Remember who you lost when you acquired Kevin Durant. It was not the same team. I'm not sitting here saying that the Warriors were going to win without Kevin Durant. I'm saying you could have replaced Kevin Durant, that 73-win team, with any first, second, or third team All-NBA player, and the Warriors were going to win. They were a 73-win team that was up 3-1. We do all this
Right,
revisionist
That's
history.
what I'm saying. You're up 3-1. You're up 3-1. KD goes out, and you can't bring it. You can't get us one
No,
game.
I'm talking the year before. I'm talking 73-win team without KD.
But Steph Curry, he's so humble though. Like if you ask him, he's so humble. Like Steph Curry, like I just the way he carries himself.
So this is the thing. Please. You don't even have to look at the statistics. You don't have to look at the numbers. You don't have to look. Pull up the game film.
Thank you.
No, brother.
Don't say
I'm with
thank
Acho on this.
Let him talk. Let him talk.
Oh,
Let him talk. Let him talk. What the hell are we doing in here,
bro?
Steph Curry was the one getting double teams and blitzes the minute he crossed half court, which allowed KD to get his shots off and do what he wanted to do in those finals and in the whole playoff run.
Whole playoff run.
You don't double team the second best player on the team, on any basketball court, in any NBA game.
Hey, who was the leading scorer of that team?
KD.
Of course.
For the main reason that I just told you, Steph Curry was who they game planned and schemed around.
Don't be. Here's where we're lazy.
Shooting percentage.
And what you got to know in the Speakeasy, Emmanuel Acho will never be lazy. There's a reason we went and got a generator so we could do this show. We're not going to be lazy.
Facts.
There's leading scorer, and there's also points responsible for. Because as soon as you start to factor in points responsible for, now it's Steph. Because assists don't matter all of a sudden.
No.
So
Now
it's one thing to just score. KD is a better scorer.
What is Steph Curry known for? Passing the ball or shooting the ball?
He's
shooting the ball.
All things.
He's not a guy that gets a ton of assists, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
Who's a better defender, by the way?
Kevin Durant.
Not even a remotely.
Kevin Durant.
By nature of being 7 foot.
No. There's a lot of 7-footers that can't play defense like Kevin Durant.
And Kevin Durant was phenomenal on the Warriors defensively.
He was absolutely
phenomenal.
Nobody's denying.
And still wasn't the best player on that team defensively.
What, Kevin Durant? I mean, it was Draymond. Draymond's the best player defensively.
So
who's
he
making
wasn't
that argument.
So
who's making stops though?
It's not as though KD was the best defensive player. He's a good defensive player. He was not a liability. But what I am factoring in, where y'all are omitting all the information that matters, is who is the glue. The only thing to me that matters is not just am I a force multiplier. Y'all are just looking at KD as a force. He's absolutely a force.
You guys
Steph is the one who made Clay and Dre.
You guys are saying this because it was Steph Curry's team. That's why you guys are saying this, because Kevin Durant chose to go to the Golden State Warriors, and that was Steph's team.
Yes,
it was Steph's team.
That won before
and then it
him.
became my team because I was the best player.
Hold on. Because I hate this one before him nonsense. It was Timothy Mozgov and Matthew Dellavedova. When they played the Cavs at full strength, they blew a 3-1 lead. And you want to know why they blew a 3-1 lead? Who had 41 in Game 5, Trey? Who had 41? Who was guarding him, Trey? Stephen Curry. Whenever the game was on the line, when it was a tie ball game, whenever it mattered most, who did they want to switch on to Kyrie Irving? The defensive liability, Stephen Curry. I don't want to hear it, bro.
How you don't want to hear what happened in 2015?
I don't want to hear it because the next year, what happened? They got KD, who made the clutch shots, who made the clutch stops, who was swatting a LeBron James that was averaging a triple-double.
You missed.
KD was the best player on that team.
You missed.
The coach would have told you. Everyone in the world would have told you. You only have this view because it's now.
No.
Because Steph has his 4 now.
Hell no.
Time out. All right, he's calling for a time. You need a half or a full.
Whatever you can give me.
Come on, bro.
Maybe 2 fools.
Care Bear conveniently jumped over 2015 and started in 2016.
I said Timothy Mozgov and Matthew Dellavedova to start the thing.
I don't want to hear about Mozgov.
No Kyrie, no Kevin Love.
I want to hear about the fact that in 2015, the Warriors beat the Cavs. Then in 2016, Warriors go up 3-1. Draymond hits the dude in the nuts, misses Game 5. They come back. Why did KD leave? Because KD was up 3-1. Against who? The Warriors.
Yeah.
And KD couldn't close out his 3-1 series, so he scratched and clawed. And Draymond Green scratched and clawed.
Or Russell Westbrook.
Can you finish it or not? And he couldn't,
His
so he
basketball
did.
team sport, or is it not?
So he did. All I know is this. Steph won both with KD
because the
before
Warriors
and he won
finish
after.
It's okay, but then KD can't.
Come on now.
Steph won finished it again after KD left. If 2022 didn't happen, I might ride with y'all. If Steph didn't mess around and go win with Jordan Poole, an aging Klay Thompson, a Draymond Green, I might be like, you know what? Y'all have something.
So does KD have to win a championship without Steph Curry in your eyes?
He won't.
But
here's why he won't.
Have to.
Duh, but he won't because he can't. But why can't he? Because winning a championship in any sport, particularly basketball, is about way more than just individual talent. Y'all know this. If it was individual talent, KD would have won with Russ and he would have won with Harden. If it was individual talent, KD and Russ would have never broke up. Steph doesn't even really break up with people. Think about this.
He was never going to win with Russ because Russell Westbrook, as a starter, does not play a championship brand of basketball.
I don't know Steph Curry.
That's just the truth. I'm sorry.
I don't know Steph Curry. But that dude seemed like he can get along with anybody.
Correct.
Like he has no problems with it. And that's why the Warriors are good, because your best player is so humble, like he's not the best player.
Correct. Yeah.
Now, that's how he comes off.
Can we pause there? Because, and I'm glad we in here, intellectuals, having this conversation. That's the hidden secret. The secret sauce to this show. We've been crushing it first 3 months. right? 11,000 concurrent viewers, crushing it. Secret sauce of the show is chemistry. It's the sauce, T. You know this. You've done TV longer than I have. It's chemistry. It ain't, T played 12 years. Care Bear's one of the most talented on TikTok. You one of the most, no. It's chemistry. Chemistry is what wins. I am factoring in Steph Curry's invaluable chemistry, leadership, humility as a secret sauce. Do you know what it takes, T, to be maybe a top 10 player of all time, Steph Curry we're talking about, and willingly take a backseat? What I hate is when people say Kevin Durant shoved Steph Curry in the backseat.
No.
Steph Curry willingly said, you know what? I ain't got no ego. Go ahead, G. People want to act like KD showed up and the real alpha was here, and all of a sudden the real alpha commanded his throne.
That's not even KD's demeanor.
No, but
at all.
his game commanded that. His game did
But
that.
his game was allowed to command that because Steph Curry drew so much attention from defenses. Y'all have yet to answer me why, if Kevin Durant was the best player on the team, Steph Curry was getting all the double teams and blitzes. I'm waiting on somebody to answer that.
They had the same situation with Klay Thompson being able to eat. They had 3 of the best shooters of all time. They're they're the greatest team ever assembled. It was always going to be like that.
Scoring 38 points on 6 dribbles. Who was the best player on the team?
You don't think
who was the best player on the team?
It was Steph.
Okay, so when KD was eating the leading scorer on that team, because Steph Curry was getting double teams and blitzes.
You're talking about a game here, a game there. We're talking about the totality of a season. From game 1 to 82 through the playoffs, KD was the best player. Okay, Klay Thompson has 38 points. That's a game. We're talking the totality of a season. KD was the best player.
No, I mean,
he was the best player. That's okay.
I can't give y'all that.
KD
I can't give y'all that.
He could sit at any table because that's how good he is.
But here's my problem. My problem with this logic, it falls so flat. Because did KD only become so good that he can win a chip when he got with Steph? Because KD's played with talented teams. So if KD is better than Steph, and Steph has won 4 chips, then simple math, transitive property, or let's not use big words. Simple math says, if I'm better than a guy that's capable of winning 4 chips, I should probably be able to win chips without that guy. Unless I played with no talent. But at the point in which I played with Harden, played with Westbrook,
when he played with Booker, let's be fair.
Played with Beal,
let's be fair. No. Let's be fair.
Played with Harden again.
Played with Devin Booker.
That's not fair.
Devin Booker not a champion.
Because when he played with Harden in OKC, Harden wasn't even a starter. He was coming off the bench.
Thank you.
Then when he played with he wasn't a starter.
Bro.
Then when he played with him in Brooklyn, out of shape. We don't want to be there. Kyrie's hurt. It's not the same.
I need my time again. I love the conversation.
2-0 on the Bucks in
Here's what I
2021
do know.
before everybody got hurt?
I know me some Steph and I know me some KD. Been beefing with KD for a long time.
That makes sense. Everything makes sense now. Everything makes sense. Yeah.
In the bubble year, let's talk the bubble year. You was watching ball in the bubble year, right? Of
course.
Yeah, we won a championship.
We won it. My favorite player. Yeah, I was
won it, man.
In.
There was a white boy, Alex Caruso. His sister got married in the bubble. Did he go?
He couldn't.
Couldn't go.
Didn't go to the wedding.
He could have, because Lemon Pepper Lou Will left the bubble,
but he couldn't come back.
But Caruso didn't go because I believe that certain leaders dictate and command things from their cavalry. I would suggest if Steph Curry were on that Brooklyn Nets team with Kai and James Harden, it would have gone different. Because remember what Kevin Durant has said, I'm not a leader. His own words. October 27th, 2017, if I'm not tripping, that Sports Illustrated article. I'm not a leader. So when people want to say Kai lost his mind, James Harden was tripping, I believe it is a large part of a leader's responsibility to keep the train on the tracks.
Yeah.
We easily could have canceled this show tonight. Easily.
Yeah.
But T, you here? Riding with you, dog. Yep. Care Bear, you good?
Yep.
Good money. Social Trade, you pulling up? Say less. Somebody else who don't care as much, man, T, turn around, go back to Orange County, G. I'm going to catch you next week. Care Bear, deal thing, bro. Your girl in town, go have fun. But somebody got to keep the train on the tracks. Kevin Durant's not a leader. So, T, I cannot give him credit for something of which he has already said, don't give me credit, I don't do that.
Okay.
And last thing I'm going to say, y'all shut up. I'm not going to sit here and act like, oh, well, Kai lost his mind and Harden lost his mind. It's on the leader.
I'll say this in defense of KD. And also, I'll go to Steph Curry a little bit. When you talk about the Brooklyn team, James Harden has established himself as a superstar when he plays with KD again in Brooklyn. Same thing with Kyrie. Steph Curry in Golden State, all those dudes, they come up together. And so it's completely different when, okay, we draft Draymond. We draft Klay Thompson. We draft Harrison Barnes. We get rid of him. We bring in Andrew Iguodala. We bring in Bogut. Those guys grew up together. Whereas when they went to Brooklyn, James Harden is set in his ways. He's a superstar. KD, what you gonna tell him? What you gonna tell him? Kyrie's a superstar. What you gonna tell him? They march to the beat of their own drum at this point. They're established without you. Golden State, they came up together. They established their identity together.
Question. You know the Lakers better than anybody. When Anthony Davis got to LA, he was a superstar. But LeBron James and Anthony Davis, hey, we finna win this chip. I don't care if you average 20 and 20. I don't care if you've had a 50 and 20 point game with the Pelicans. AD, you a superstar. Fall in line because I'm the North Star. So I can't give you that T, because if Kevin Durant was the Jordans, was the LeBrons, was the Birds, of which he's suggesting that he is, you would have more chips than just those two. Because I would suggest if Steph played where KD played on the teams KD played on, he would have got chips. He would have got, because here's my thing. What's Klay Thompson without Steph Curry?
Steph Curry is not winning a ring with James Harden and Russell Westbrook. That is the most asinine basketball take I've ever heard in my entire life.
You sleep.
He couldn't win a ring with Klay Thompson and Draymond Green in that entire core against Toronto when KD was out.
Bro, he won in 2015 and he won in 2022.
And he won against, bro.
He won in 2022 against the Celtics.
Did he play the Cavs starting five? Did he play the Cavs starting five?
That Celtics team had been tested.
The Celtics one I'm giving you all the credit for. Did he play the Cavs starting five?
No, of course not.
As a matter of fact, did he play well in that series? But did Matthew Dellavedova take a Finals MVP away from him and hand it to Andre Iguodala?
2016, see, the hard part when you start dicing all these hairs, in 2016, when the Cavs came back down 3-1, they didn't play the Warriors starting five because Draymond gone.
Draymond was on one game.
An elimination one.
And there was two other ones after that he played in.
But I'm suggesting
and they lost.
You can't start splitting and twisting all of these hairs. No. I'm simply saying this. What you want to tell me is that if Steph Curry followed the Kevin Durant trajectory, he doesn't win a chip. He don't win it. That you really believe that Steph Curry, who made Draymond and Klay Thompson a champion, because Klay Thompson does not have the skill set to win as an alpha himself.
Klay Thompson, it's hard with Klay. You tear your ACL and then he's a shell of himself now.
Well, I'm saying before that, I'm saying Klay Thompson is not a generator. Klay Thompson does not have the skill set to lead a team by himself.
No, I agree.
He's the best spot-up shooter of all time, though, which is awesome. He's not a ball-in-the-hand guy.
He's made the best. His being the best spot-up shooter is accelerated and enhanced by
the best shooter of all time.
Correct. Yes. So, Klay Thompson without Steph Curry, bro, I don't think he's not a splash brother. He's a really good shooter, but we got to be honest.
He's still one of the greatest shooters of all time.
Draymond Green without Steph Curry, Rudy Gobert Deluxe, couple defensive MVPs. We have to be honest
these
about.
Are teams these are the pieces that make up a championship team. So Dennis Rodman without Michael Jordan isn't viewed as he's a great defensive player.
So you have to give more.
You can say that for anyone, though, Acho.
But the difference
Kyrie
is
Irving without LeBron James is just an amazingly talented guard.
But you can't say it for Kevin Durant. Because Kevin Durant has done nothing for anybody else's career that hasn't already happened outside of him. Outside of Kevin Durant, Steph, Dre, Klay, already champions.
You just view
Steve
this for
Kerr,
championship
already
teams.
champion. Outside of Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, champion. Outside of Kevin Durant, James Harden, MVP.
The game of basketball, he could sit at any table.
Easily.
He could sit at any table.
Then the table's gigantic.
He's played at the highest level of his game.
Dude, it's not many people like KD.
All right, Jokic sitting there too.
Yeah, Jokic should sit there.
Giannis sitting there too.
Yes.
Sure.
Hakeem sitting there too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Duncan sitting there too. Kobe sitting there too. Shaq sitting there too. Jordan sitting there too.
Yep.
LeBron sitting there too. Bird sitting there too. Bill Russell sitting there too. Abdul-Jabbar sitting there too.
No. Not Bill Russell. Sorry. I'm just...
Will sitting there too. So it's a picnic table. It's a family reunion.
But this is the thing, though.
It's a picnic table.
When you go back to pre-free agency and the Lakers and the Celtics, they backups are Hall of Famers. It's a different ball game when you got guys on the bench that's in the Hall of Fame because of free agency and things of that nature.
All I'll say is this. If KD's at the table, 17 people are at the table.
Nah, KD a top 10 player at worst of all time, ever.
Skill set wise.
Ever.
Easily. This is the thing, though.
No question.
Basketball arguments are all about accolades now because everyone just I'm not going to lie, the Michael Jordan, LeBron James argument ruins sports because it's all about how many rings you got. We talk more fondly about Troy Aikman, who we mentioned earlier, than we do Dan freaking Marino. It makes no sense.
So what should it be about?
The two are not the same.
What should
the
it
two
be
are
about?
not the same.
So is it just
should
about
be about
talent?
how good you were at the game that you played. How dominant were you over your peers? How talented you were. Accolades should matter. But if you had the opportunity to be in a position to go get those accolades.
If that's the case,
and he did that.
Then what? Then are we putting Luke in the top 25?
Luka
Doncic.
He's
already in the top 25.
He's on his way.
He could definitely be
No, based on what y'all are saying. 5 first-team All-NBA.
He's
how dominant, because that's more than
7 years into his career. You can't say that now.
If we want to remove rings, which I refuse to do.
Has he played on a team? Has he played on a team capable of winning a championship?
Who?
Luka Doncic.
He made it to the finals.
Were they capable of beating the Celtics in that series? With PJ Washington shooting 11% from the field. With Kyrie Irving giving you boo-boo night after night. Were his teammates capable of winning him a championship? Was that on him?
They didn't win.
Was that on him, Trey?
They didn't win.
Was that on him?
He's answering your question without answering it.
Come on.
There we go. There we go.
They didn't win.
This is the problem. Is basketball a team sport, or is Luka supposed to make them not miss shots?
Every sport we talk about on this show is a team
I'm
sport.
sorry, bro.
Outside of boxing.
This is the problem. LeBron James, if he had 7 rings, wasn't going to get there because he has these losses, right? Because he has all of these finals losses. In 2007, was that team capable of going out there and beating the Spurs? No. In 2018, was that team capable of going out there and beating the Golden State Warriors?
No.
But those are blemishes on his career because of this bullshit argument we have with Michael Jordan.
But here's what we can't do under any circumstance, Care Bear. We can't remove rings. Because if we remove rings, then you got to start just tossing in slappies in the conversation.
Because then we have to talk about Robert Horry.
No.
And then we have to talk about James Paul.
We got to start doing
and then we have to talk about.
Was Robert Horry the best player on his team?
So now you have to be the best player and get a ring and do this and do that and do this.
Did I not say
have an entire
it's about how dominant you are over your peers.
You got to be the
How
tractor.
can you say you're dominant over your peers if you couldn't beat your peers to get a ring?
Go ahead, T.
He's better on the floor.
If we going to talk rings,
Okay.
you got to be the tractor, not the trailer.
Thank you.
Kevin Durant is not the tractor. He's even said he doesn't want to be the tractor. Yo,
His game is a tractor.
Have y'all watched?
We ain't talking leadership.
Have y'all watched Starting Five at
Yes.
His game is a
And did you see the
Yes.
clip where I don't know if we have it? I sent it in the back. I don't know if it can be pulled up. Care Bear, it might be on your computer. Kevin Durant literally said, "There's going to be 5 or 6 guys in this car, and we gonna rotate shifts on who's driving it because I'm not the guy. I'm not the guy that's going to say everybody get on my back, and I'm going to teach you everything you need to know." He ducks vocal leadership. He doesn't want to be
And
that.
that's fine.
He has
That's
no
not
interest.
fine. That's fine.
So then he's not. So then he's not a tractor.
That's not fine.
He's not a tractor.
Listen,
You can't say he's a
nobody
tractor.
carrying KD.
Here's the problem.
He's
With the Thunder, was he a tractor or was he a trailer? Tell me, because Russ loves the leader role. Was he a tractor or is he a trailer?
Well, they didn't go to. They didn't win the chip.
Where did they go? They went to the finals. Got blasted, and
it's all about. Did you win that chip?
Because here's the thing.
How many times did he lose? How many times did he lose in the finals as a favorite?
If we're talking about a team sport, then what you do for your team has to matter. Like, if we're talking individual,
He gets buckets. He gets buckets.
Okay,
He gets buckets.
Do we have it?
The Warriors won 73.
Hold on. Let's break this.
Can we please?
He getting inside that 3-point line.
If you want to know about my leadership, I'm just one of the guys. And one of the guys is supposed to speak up when they see something. We playing team sports. We trying to go to the same place.
Man, that's a great job by y'all too.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what I need you to lead me sometimes. Tell me what I need to do sometimes. There's gonna be 5 or 6 of us in this car, and we're gonna switch this ship, and we're gonna get there. That's how I rock it. So I never looked at basketball that way. Yo, get on my back, and I'm gonna teach you and tell you everything you need to know. Don't say nothing. Don't do nothing. Just follow me. What? I don't even operate in life like that. And if y'all want me to operate like that, I'm sorry. Go get somebody else.
And there's,
we
nothing
will.
wrong, there's nothing wrong with that.
There absolutely isn't a team sport. T, in an individual.
That's a tractor to you?
No. This is what I'm saying.
That's a tractor to you.
His game is a tractor.
His game is a tractor.
Now we're moving the goalposts.
No,
So like
moving
TJ
the
said,
goalposts.
they answered my question without answering my question.
I'm not gonna lie.
Dude, there's certain players. I don't care how good you are. You tell somebody, do this. They don't give a fuck if you're the best player or not.
Yep.
They hitting you in your mouth.
Thank you.
Yeah, some ignorant ones.
They don't care. And so that's his DNA. He can't change.
I agree.
How he grew up in
I
things
agree.
that he can't.
And here's all I'm gonna say is though, that matters because all the other players he wants to sit at the table with, Jordan's not saying, "Okay, Kerr, I'll follow you."
Yeah.
Okay. All right,
Pip. You know what Kerr did on the floor? You know what Jordan did on the floor though? Hey, John Paxson, I need you to make a shot in the clutch in the finals. And what happened? He did it.
Sure. But
cool. I'm kicking out. I need you to go help me win.
There's a difference between passing the ball to an open defender and saying, "Hey, I'm following you tonight." Like, like he's not saying that.
Oh my God. You know what else Jordan did? Sock Steve Kerr in his nose in practice because he was tired of his bullshit.
But he socked the
Kevin
right one.
Durant's
He socked the wrong one. They taking off.
Go punch someone in the damn face.
If that's what it takes.
That's what it takes.
Kobe showed Sasha Vujacic in practice, and what did Sasha do? Went out and hit clutch free throws to win Kobe a championship.
Luka should have punched PJ Washington in the face because he wasn't better than Jalen Brown.
No, you gotta say what you gotta say.
This is stupid.
No, you gotta hear what he said.
What are y'all talking
You
about?
gotta hear what he said, K-Bear. He said, "If that's what it takes."
Okay, then what would it have took for Luka to get a bunch of guys that aren't better than the other guys on the floor to win?
To me,
should he have cursed them out? Should he have punched them in the face?
If that's what the opportunity calls for.
To me, if you're a leader, that's on you to figure it out.
Yep.
If you're a parent, it's on you to figure it out.
Facts.
Some kids you got to yell at, some kids you got to coddle, some kids you got to curse, some kids you got to correct.
Sometimes your kid is not going to be a D1 athlete, and you got to deal with that shit. I'm sorry, bro. Sometimes your kid's gonna be uncoordinated and sorry. Am I gonna verbally abuse the kid, or am I just gonna let him rock?
But
damn,
that's what
I'm saying, bro.
To me, being the best player on your team, leadership is integral to that, and to carrying that title. That's not something that you can carry lightly. If you're going to be the best guy and say that you're the best guy, and have everybody else say that you're the best guy on the team, you have to act like it. You have to walk the walk. You have to talk the talk. And unfortunately, Kevin Durant only does one of those things. He walks the walk, but he doesn't talk the talk.
And y'all like the Kevin Durant audio a lot right now. It's just like Kevin Durant is not legendary. Like that's going viral right now.
To me, like
he is legendary.
He's legendary.
Absolutely legendary.
But I do think, because I come into this argument often, there are certain people that value the intangibles as much as the tangibles.
Yeah.
I'm on that team.
Yeah.
It seems like you're on that
I'm on
team.
that team for sure.
It seems like y'all are on team tangibles. I don't have an issue with it. Like, I just know isolation sports track, it's all you. You ain't got to lead nobody but yourself. Mm-hmm. To me, a team sport guy, I just know the value in you helping make me better. And there's just so much to, bruh. I'll tell you a story. My junior year in college, we're doing off-season conditioning. It's a true story. The long snapper, a dude named Will Harvey, TJ, the long snapper is like, "Hey, Acho, summer off-season workouts." He's like, "Hey, Acho, I bet I'll beat you in this last 200 shuttle down and back. 200 yards down, 200 yards back, Texas." I said, "Blow the whistle. I'm out." Come back. Dusted him. It was like 3, 4, 5 months later, maybe a year and a half later, I get to the league. I say, "Bro, you remember when you challenged me into a race, long snapper, maybe 5'9", 180, white boy. Remember challenging me into a race?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Why'd you do that?" He said, "I knew I wasn't going to beat you, but I just wanted to get the best out of you." I'm a young boy really thinking, oh, he's trying to race at the time. It dawned on me later, oh, that's leadership. You know I'm better than you. You just want to get the most out of me. And as a result, you did that. To me, that leadership is all intangible based. It's psychologically. He couldn't just say, "Hey, Acho, go harder this time." It was, "Oh, Acho's a competitor. Let's race."
Timeout.
To me, hold on, not yet. To me, leadership, and I've just been in situations in certain locker rooms with certain guys, and that's just a low-level story that really meant a lot to me as a young pup in college. But like, I've been in locker rooms with the D'Amico Ryanses, with the Nick Foleses, with the Mike Vicks, where it's like, oh no, this is what leadership looks like. It's more than just doing your job.
But we always expect the best players to be leaders. That's not always the case. Like when I wasn't playing, I was looked at as a leader on the team. I didn't say much. I'm barely playing. The fuck I'm gonna say something for? They gonna look at me like, boy, if you don't shut your ass up.
Yeah.
Everybody congregates around my locker. Then when I started to play, I always talked. I'm a talker. But now I would talk to the guys that I was close with. I would lead them. But you can't lead the guys that are on the field playing. What are you doing? Boy, you barely playing.
Mm-hmm.
But once you start playing, you can lead them. Now, they always say the quarterback is supposed to be the leader. There's some quarterbacks, they're not leaders. They're quiet. They don't say anything.
That's problematic. They don't win often.
It is. But that's just who they are. Like, I played with Chad. People would have thought Chad should have been a leader on the team because he's boisterous. He's one of the best players, if not the best player on the team. He wasn't. And that's okay.
But I agree with everything until your last sentence. I don't believe it's okay. Because name non-vocal quarterback leaders that have won Super Bowls.
Joe Flacco.
I'll give you an outlier that proves the rule. Name him.
He just, because I played with Flacco.
Correct. That's my point.
Super
I'll give you an outlier that proves the rule. So you're going to give me one Flacco. And for your Flacco, I will count you through every Super Bowl champion, which I know you can. No, Ben Roethlisberger vocal. Ben Roethlisberger, he does some off the field sketchy stuff, but like you know, like, I mean, like a quarterback to me, it is in the fine print of Foles was. It's in the fine print of being the best player or a quarterback. You have to be a leader. It's just, to me, it's just in the fine print. If y'all disagree, I feel you. I don't agree, but like it's in the fine print. It's a team sport. How can you not
Russell
lead?
Wilson in the chat. Yeah.
Russell's
That's
Broncos
crazy.
country. Let's ride. Like,
Like, you might not like his leadership style.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Russ
That's
is the
not for people,
ultimate. Russ is the ultimate. But I'm saying like quiet. He's not. I'm saying Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert is a
Quiet,
reserved.
But see, I've
for
been
sure.
in that locker room. I've been in those meeting rooms with the Chargers and Herbert. I don't know how he was before Harbaugh got there.
Now he's vocal.
Harbaugh kind of, I wouldn't say forced it on him, but made sure, I need you to lead.
Yes.
Because when Harbaugh got there and I was on the field with him and I was in meeting rooms, he was always on Herbert. He was always on him. And literally, guys would be like, dude, I think I heard him talk more today than he talked all last year. Harbaugh brought that out of him.
Why?
Because he feels like the quarterback needs to be the leader. But his whole career in his playing at Oregon, playing under the coaches he played with before Harbaugh, that wasn't him.
Correct.
It was Derwin James.
And it didn't lead to success. Now, Chargers have had the best cumulative record over 2 years in God knows how long. I believe him being a leader matters.
No.
I believe
it's Harbaugh, mentor.
Yep.
They're just great coaches. That's all. Herbert's talking more, but he has better coaches.
I agree with that too. I don't think they're usually last time.
Can I ask you this? Also, Matthew Stafford. But can I ask you this? You mentioned a story about racing against Nate, right? Mm-hmm.
Wasn't Nate another dude, but yeah.
But like, is an element of leadership not being able to delegate to your subordinates? I think that shows a good leadership. A good leader is someone that's not just a dictator out there telling everybody what they have to and what they can't do. Obviously, they need that, but KD also says in that clip, "Hey, whenever I see something wrong, I'm gonna shout it out."
He did say that,
and I think it's we're so picky with basketball leadership because it has to look like, once again, the Michael Jordan types.
Because it's been proven as successful in the league.
But no, it has back then. Today's athlete, you can't lead today's athlete like that. You can't.
Nobody talking to anybody in the league like that right now, bro.
I think Steph Curry's leadership style is different than Jordan's.
Yes.
It's different than LeBron James.
himself isn't a leader like that.
I think Steph Curry's leadership is the way it is.
It's the same as
because
KD's.
how he came up.
No. Come on. You been right him till come on, don't do that.
Same as who?
He said it's the same as KD's. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Steph
You
Curry
think KD out there cursing out teammates and going?
No, it's not about cursing. It's not about cursing, but it's about it's about both developing and nurturing relationships.
When you look at Steph Curry's humility, he had a dad that played, and he had a dad that wasn't a star player. Steph Curry wasn't a star player in high school. He started to get stardom towards the end of Davidson when he had the NCAA. It's because of the way he came up. He wasn't the star player, so he's always carried himself with this humility and he seems just very welcoming to others. Today's game, you say something wrong to any kid that's a good player in AAU, they going to another team. You say something to them in high school, they transferring. You say something to them to college, They hit in the portal.
You put your hands
you
on me?
You can't do that now. It's like you have to have a Steph Curry style of leadership now. If you had a Michael Jordan style of leadership now, you're getting in fights every day.
But the topic is Kevin Durant. He's been in the league almost 20 years.
Yeah.
So he's
Beforehand.
never. So
but
yes.
but if you look at Kevin Durant and you listen, he wasn't always the best player.
You just said he was.
No. I'm talking growing up.
Oh, okay, got it,
Coming
got
up in AAU,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Beasley was considered the best player on that AAU team, right? DC has sought out from when you read and you look at different things. And so coming out, yeah, you the best player. I mean, you get drafted number 2 behind Greg Oden. I just feel like, to me, if I'm not going to lead vocally, I'm going to lead by example. And I'm getting buckets. That's examples. That's to me, that's what matters.
Yeah.
I'm going to lead by example.
We got some super chats before we get out of here, G.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah. We do have some super chats. So Tall Up 340, our resident comedian, said KD used to be open in the corner so much because they double Curry. Also, all those guys at the table are greater in more ways than one compared to Kevin Durant. If I remember, probably Curry got hurt and they were struggling. Kenro 200 said in 2017, Steph was hurt, didn't play for a spell, and the Warriors struggled without him, and they had Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant even said he couldn't wait to get Steph back. Also, Rodman was a 2-time champ before NBA.
They struggled out KD when he got hurt. So it's the same thing. You miss a great player, you're going to struggle.
Yeah,
that's facts. Let me see. What else? I'm from Oklahoma and will never forget Thunder losing down 3-1. People never mention that he lost to Steph. He left us hanging and went to the ops. I'm sorry, bro. I got to go with Curry. He can sit at the tables, which I agree with. Listen, Wrong Bear, KD is not him. Every time KD goes somewhere, he always leaves it in shambles. Look at the Nets, look at the Suns, look at the Thunder rebuild. I mean,
that's factual.
Can we go through them?
He not leaving it in
Nets, you're up 2-0 against the team that was going to be the champion, the Milwaukee Bucks. In the playoffs where everybody got hurt, you had 2 of your players get hurt. You end up blowing that 2-0 lead. You're a Bruce Brown missed shot away from being up 3-0 in that series. You probably win that one. He goes to the Suns. Is Devin Booker or Bradley Beal elite basketball players at this point? Do you view them in the top 10 realm? No, I don't
asking
think
different questions.
Bradley Beal completely fell off whenever he went out there. They traded a lot of way to get him.
But to me, that just proves my point.
That was not a championship caliber roster.
And also,
in retrospect,
we also have to hold weight for the fact that Kevin Durant wanted to go to these places.
Correct.
That's true.
So he saw something in Devin Booker, regardless of what
Devin
we see.
Booker-
In Brooklyn,
hey,
he
Devin
saw
Book-
something in
Devin
Bradley
Booker's
Beal
a baller.
that we
If
didn't
Devin
see.
Booker's a
Regardless of
baller.
what we see.
He's a baller.
But to me, this just proves my point, Care Bear, of nobody's the best version of themselves with KD. You're right. I'm not saying
had
you're wrong.
injuries, man.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying you just said Devin Booker got worse with Kevin Durant. That's what happened. Bradley Beal got worse with Kevin Durant.
Or Devin Booker plateaued. Like his career plateaued. He's not.
But
he's
Kevin
not
Durant has a tendency to
player.
do that. Whereas you see LeBron go places and you see players elevate. You
better.
see players
Everybody gets better.
sniff All-Star games that have never and
you
would
play
never.
with Steph, you get better. You play with
Come
KD,
on.
you just don't get better.
But you go where Devin Booker is, and he becomes stagnant. You go where Bradley Beal is. Now he's a little bit of a different.
Did Kevin
case
Love
because
get
he's
better or
so
get worse whenever he started playing with LeBron?
Y'all know
Did he
right
get better
now
or
in
worse?
Houston,
Yes.
Sengun is having his best year of his career.
Plateaued.
No, I would say
Are y'all not gonna give
worse.
KD?
He wasn't nearly when he was in
Trey.
Minnesota.
Yo, what up?
Sengun in Houston is having the best season of his career. You're not gonna give KD no credit for that, or you just gonna say it's
we 27 games in.
No, but it's
Well, not
Sengun
only that,
best season of his
not
career
only
so
that,
far.
It's almost like having a
Sengun
talent
is very
around.
young, and he's
Oh,
done, and
so
he's
now
done
you
it,
ain't
and
gonna
he's
give
done
him
this,
that.
and he's done this every
Right,
year.
No, but you're not gonna give
Sengun
KD that.
was-
But that's what I'm saying. You can't move the goalposts.
Hold on, I'm not moving him yet.
I'm
I'm not moving him yet. Let's have this conversation again in 6 months because Sengun
Yeah.
went
Who was
crazy
there?
last
Hold on.
playoffs.
Also, who
Right,
was there
crazy.
first?
But he's
Let's
having
talk
the
about
best
this,
season
though,
of
too.
his
If we're
career
gonna
thus
give-
far.
If we're gonna give LeBron all the credit, who was on the Thunder first? Was it Russ? Was it Harden? Or was it KD?
KD, what you mean?
And they had great years after that.
But
After
hold on,
being
but
with
hold- but
KD,
here's
they
my point is-
developed with KD.
But my point is this: they got better without him. That's all I'm ever saying. All
Brother,
I'm
they
ever
got to
saying
be the
is they
number
got
one
better
option
without him.
You
with that
talking
one.
about last year?
No, he mentioned Harden.
They
and
got
he
to be
mentioned
better.
You talking about? You talking
And
about
guess
the
what?
players?
Neither
Yes,
of them
yes.
made another finals. So how much better did they get?
This is Kevin Durant.
Without KD, neither of them sniffed the finals.
But KD didn't
Oh,
without
but
Steph.
we won an MVP.
But
They
KD
played terrible basketball
But
in the
KD didn't
playoffs.
without Steph.
They played their best playoff basketball with Kevin Durant on their team.
Sure, I agree. And Kevin Durant played his best basketball outside of Steph Curry with them on the team.
This is the last thing that I got. Kevin Durant's legacy without Steph Curry looks very suspect in the light.
Nah.
For him, he's got one MVP.
Man, listen. Kevin Durant.
He's
gets
got one
buckets.
MVP.
Kevin Durant
And what
can
else?
score at will.
Never
against
been an
anybody.
E-boy. He's never been.
Who are the other players that won those MVPs, by the way?
No, don't do that. Because
How
you
can we
said
not do
dominant over your peers. So
Yes.
if I can't look to rings outside of Steph, and so we're removing the rings conversation. Then I have to go to personal accolades, of which he has one.
So you're cherry picking MVP. Let's talk about first team All Pros. How many of those is he? First team All
NBAs? I don't know off the top of my head.
Come on, bro.
Probably what?
That means he was the best player in the league at his position. Let's see. He has 1, 2, 3,
Probably more
4,
than that.
5 consecutively.
Yeah,
Gets
he's
hurt.
probably around
Goes and
9
has
or
what's it
10.
called? He has a second team, first team, second team, then another second team, then another second team. That's dominant. Having 5 consecutive years in your prime where you're the best player at your position.
The best accolade is being the best player on your team every year you've been in NBA. That's an accolade.
bro.
Yeah,
That's
I just don't agree with that. I think Steph, the years he was with Steph, I think Steph is the best player. That's why he drew all the defense.
I don't know. The thing is, I think the narrative is always KD got carried by Steph, or he needed Steph to win those. Steph needed him just as much. Steph needed him just as much.
Now, here's what I won't say.
So
I won't say he got carried.
You're discrediting LeBron James by saying that, though. Do you not think LeBron James, off of the success that they had in the 3-1 comeback in 2016, couldn't go back with the same roster in 2017 and beat them in the finals? It was just Steph and Clay, they were magically going to go and beat them again. I think they just blew a 3-1 lead. They needed KD too.
The only reason I'm saying he didn't need KD is because at minimum, Steph got as many chips with KD as he has without him. If you want to factor in Dellavedova and all these things, but like the fact is, Steph, objectively speaking, he didn't need KD to win chips. You needed me to win chips. Like it's just objective, Care Bear. Like, we've been arguing on all the emotions.
Do you think Steph had to play on the Warriors team for them to beat the 2018 Cavs?
Had to play on the. No, I think the Warriors team was crazy.
They would have crushed the Cavs.
I went to that game in Cleveland. I went to the game in Cleveland. That was crazy.
They'd have done their thing regardless.
It's a subtle flex. Yep.
Hey, honestly, I'm glad y'all watched this show.
This is a crazy show.
Literally the craziest show, hopefully, we ever have to do.
Yeah,
we started an hour late. Power is out still in the whole neighborhood. Shout out to Wes Halliburton for picking up a generator for us. We have our electricity plugged into a Rivian car and a generator.
It's crazy.
And we're sitting in the middle of Los Angeles in the dark. But we wanted to do this for y'all. Y'all are the best.
Facts.
Absolutely. Look, ladies and gentlemen, we will be live back here tomorrow night after the Thursday night football game. You know who's playing in that one? It's
Rams in Seattle.
Rams in Seattle. It's going to be a big game. You know, TJ's really high on the Seahawks. What you got in that game, TJ?
Devontae not playing. Puka doing some streaming. I'm going with the Seahawks, baby.
Wow. Going with the Seahawks. We'll see what happens in that one. I'm going with the Rams. We'll be back here around 11:15 p.m. Eastern. Hopefully the power's back on. Even if it isn't, we're going to give you a show. We're going to give you a show. Look, 10:15 p.m. Central, 8:15 p.m. Pacific, and we do not respect Mountain Time here in the Speakeasy. You won't catch me in 4K respecting it. Never. It's just not going to happen. For Care Bear Kieran, TJ Hujmanzada, Emmanuel Acho, Social Trey, everyone in the back. Make some noise in the back.
Y'all real in the back, man. Y'all real in the back.
Everybody that made this show happen. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for rocking with us. We'll see you guys next time right here in the Speakeasy.
Peace.